Here at Mainly Moonology, we are all about manifesting, even when we're not talking about moonology. And when you're manifesting, you need to raise your vibration. You want to create something in your life? Then you need to match the frequency of how you will feel when it finally manifests. That's where Solfeggio Frequencies come in super handy. They raise your vibration super speedily and up your ability to vibrate at a higher rate so you become a more powerful manifester. Welcome to the Mainly Moonology podcast. I'm your host, Yasmin Boland, an award-winning astrologer and the Sunday Times best-selling author of books including Moonology and creator of the Moonology Oracle cards. My intention for this podcast is to help you understand how you can create your dream life using mainly Moonology, the moon, as your guide. Okay, hello everybody. And welcome to the podcast for this week, the Mainly Moonology podcast. This week, I have as my guest someone that I met quite recently, who's a beautiful Scottish woman. You might have seen, if you follow my social media, you might have seen pictures of lush Scottish forests and a rushing river. I went up to Scotland a couple of weeks ago to do a sound healing course or a sound healing weekend with the lovely Kim Hanlon. Now, Kim is a healer. She does regular sound baths, meditation classes, women's circles, lunar events, chakra events, kid mindfulness clubs, reiki training, and more, including aromatherapy. And I went to Kim to learn a little bit about sound healing. And you were amazing. I learned so much. And I've ended up with a gong, a bit like the one you can see behind Kim right now. Do you want to just give us have you got the beater on the desk? Can you give it a gong?
The gong, yeah. It may come across quite crackly, but yeah, I've got it here.
All right, guys, just get ready. This is
smaller beater.
Going to sound good.
Sounds amazing. If I go any harder, it's just going to sound crackly online. But yeah, it sounds like I'm up behind me.
All right, so tell us, Kim, how did you get into sound healing and what is sound healing?
Well, sound healing is just using tools to create vibrations to send through the body to help heal the body. I get back into sound healing probably about 6 years ago. Back now, I've been doing it most of my life. My dad played guitar and always had these things sitting about the house to tune his guitar. And we used to laugh because he used to hit them and put them around us and say, "Doesn't that feel nice?" We didn't realise at the time that he was possibly tapping into an ancient secret. So I met a beautiful woman who done a one-to-one sound healing for me. I experienced, can't really explain what I experienced. It was a very magical experience. And at that point, I decided that I was going to bring sound into my meditation classes because I was already doing meditation classes. Already had a couple of Tibetan bowls and, different instruments. So I went forward and studied sound healing with a music teacher about 6 years ago. And from then, it's just been a beautiful journey of investing in. I have a bit of a problem with instruments. I buy all of the instruments. So I've got a massive... So yeah, like crystals,
you start with one and then suddenly your whole house is filled with crystals.
Yeah, that was like the amethyst, like the gateway. I got a 528 hertz fork and that was it.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. All right, so what I thought we'd talk about today are Solfeggio Frequencies because I'm, as you know, slightly obsessed with them. And I know you've got your Solfeggio tuning fork. So if people are watching on Facebook, that's great. But also on the podcast, it's going to work really well as well. So can people get a bit of a healing today just by listening?
It's nice and relaxing to listen to the tones. Sound healing works on two ways. It creates nice tones that helps you get into a nice deep state of meditation. But when you're in the presence of the instruments, a vibration comes out, a sound wave. And a wave is just a transport of energy. So when you're in the same room, you feel the sound, you feel the benefits as well as hearing them. But they are beautiful tones. They do help relax the mind. They help with mood swings, helps lower blood pressure by just listening to the tones. So yeah, sorry, long answer. People will get a benefit, but it's even more beneficial if you are in the same room.
Okay. But surely there are sound waves coming out of the speakers.
Yeah. We only hear between 20 and 20,000 kilohertz. So a lot of the sound that works on a healing, maybe we don't hear it, we feel it, but we can still hear a lot of it, yeah.
Okay, all right. So it'll be a little healing and a nice relax.
Yeah, it'll be lovely and relaxing.
All right, okay. So, okay, let's start by saying, what are these solfeggio frequencies, for goodness sake?
So they're 9 tones. They're derived from numerology. They're ancient healing tones. They're first used centuries ago. They've been used for a long, long time. They create positive shifts because it's tied back to everything within the universe. I think it's the 11th harmonic, which is a healing fifth, a healing tone. Most of the tones are derived from here. We do use musical notes, which are from A through to G, but these 9 frequencies are really, really ancient tones. They all have different benefits. Each one of them we can work through, and I can tell you a bit more about each one when I strike it if you want.
All right, okay. All right, so should we start with 174 hertz, which removes pain?
Oh.
All right, I'm ready for my 174.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is just one strike. You can continue to strike the tuning fork. You can still feel the vibrations after the audible. We can stop hearing it, we can still feel it. So that's the 174. That's a really beneficial one to use if somebody is experiencing any form of pain, whether that be physical or emotional. That's a great fork to use for that. I would recommend anybody that had any form of pain purchase themselves that wee fork and just use it in the house.
Okay.
They'd be surprised about how quick they got some benefits from it.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so removing pain. Okay, so the next one is 285 hertz, which apparently influences your energy field. How does it influence it?
It changes the energy field around about. I'll let you hear it. It's a beautiful one.
Right.
It's a beautiful one to use if you're working on chakras and you're looking to clear the chakras, or a person's experiencing any form of distress. It quickly changes the energy around about you. So it's a really powerful tool. Whenever I play that one around about, it gives you a nice feeling in the third eye area.
So if you're feeling really like hot and bothered and angry,
that's the one to get out. Yeah.
And it will bring you back into sort of balance. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a nice one for cleansing an area. Some people don't like to use the smoke sticks. So sound, we can also clap, but the 285 tuning fork is really beneficial for using to cleanse your space. You want to cleanse your house or a room. It's a really nice one to use.
Okay, and just because I wasn't sure of your response, if someone was angry, would it be a good one? Would it sort of settle their energy?
Yeah, it just helps change up the energy. So if somebody's angry or sad, it can help just kind of snap them out. Yeah.
Get back to the balance. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Hey, it's Aileen here from Yasmin's team. I just wanted to hop on to say that Yasmin's Numerology Diary 2023 is coming out at the end of August. It's a genuine limited edition and it sells out every year, so don't miss out. Go to moonmessages.com/MD23. That's M for moon, D for diary, and the numbers 2 and 3. moonmessages.com/MD23. So don't forget to grab a copy and get some great bonuses too.
All right, so now we have 396 hertz, liberates you with fear and guilt.
Yeah. So this is a good one if anyone has any blocks from moving forward. from relationships that have ended. This is a really nice one to use. I tend to put this one on. Most of us have a bit of fear of guilt, whether we realise it or not. So this is a really nice one to use, even if you're not feeling really guilty about something in particular. It's a nice one for us all to have.
Okay.
That.
Wow, that one goes.
Yeah. That's a nice one.
That's amazing. So for anyone who's just been through a breakup, maybe get themselves a 396.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It helps people that struggle with self-confidence as well. If people struggle with self-confidence, it's a nice one to get for them.
Okay. All right. Is it okay to do all of them like this? It's not discombobulating for the system or something, is it?
Yeah, I'm okay running through them, just giving you a test. You can have too much sound. If you sit with these fork for too long, you can feel quite uneasy. With it being so powerful, it can also sound and noise.
We need to do this in two halves. Maybe we do half of them this week and half of them another time.
But due to that, people would probably get a better idea and recognise the change in tone also. But yeah, I have done that on a few occasions.
All right.
Overdone it sound, yeah.
I'm just going to pause this podcast to tell you about something exciting that's coming up. Once a year, I hold a workshop all about the 8 main phases of the moon, and it's happening in September. Once you start to understand the 8 main phases of the moon and the mysterious 9th phase, your life really can start to change. You will start to be able to manifest in ways you never thought possible. You'll know when to begin things, when to expect obstacles and challenges, and when to release everything to the divine. If you would like to join me for my 8 main phases of the moon workshop, go to moonmessages.com/phases workshop. Okay, well then let's just do 2 more.
Okay.
All right. So we are up to 417 hertz. Facilitates change.
This is also good for wiping out negative energy. So a lot of people who have to go in a workplace that don't necessarily enjoy being there, I recommend to take one of these, or if they have to go somewhere or they think there's maybe quite a lot of negative energy, I keep this one in my bag. This is a nice one to have on you.
So you carry this one in your handbag?
Yeah. Just in case there's any negative energy. Some people put crystals on them. I've got a wee tuning fork in my bag.
But is it also good if you want to bring about change in your life?
Yeah. Any of the tones are really, really powerful when you want to bring change in your life because they do disrupt the energy. It's a nice way just to clear before a fresh start, yeah.
Okay. All right. I won't speak this time. Right. And does it make a difference, like when they go longer or shorter? Is that because they need to, or what is it?
Yeah, well, when you get resonance with an instrument, which is what you're trying to do with sound, create harmonic resonance within the body. So if I strike a tuning fork and there's vibration in your body, we'll both resonate and strengthen each other, which means the tone lasts longer. So yeah, it's a way to help identify any problems in someone's energetic field, and you can also clear it and strengthen by getting resonance. So yeah.
Beautiful. All right, so we're going to end this session. We'll do another session in a week or two. We're going to end this one with the fork that you gave me as a present.
5 to 8.
5 to 8.
I keep saying this is my favourite,
actually,
and then
no, hang on.
but I love the other.
I've jumped one, haven't I? I've missed out 4, 3, 2. Maybe we'll do 5 to 8 in the next episode.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll get 4, 3, 2.
4, 3, 2.
So this is
the miracle tone.
This is Om. This is the vibration of the universe. When you want to connect your meditation, this is one of the most powerful tones that you can have. Basically, it is the vibration of the universe. It matches the Om resonance within the chest. Creation of nature. It's such a powerful. I know it's just a small bit of metal, but it's so powerful. It's really, really beneficial for meditation. You can tell it's one of my favourites, can't you? Get really excited about that one there.
All right.
So I'll let you hear this one.
I think I'm going to get my own set of solfeggio. Sorry, I spoke. I think there's a bit of a lag on the video. I didn't know you're about to strike it. All right, I'll be quiet. Let's hear it, Kim. Amazing. So that one, when do people use that one? When should people use that one?
Oh, always, every morning, every night, but for meditation. But it is one that I like to use a few times throughout the day. It makes me feel really calm, relaxed. And as you know, I am 100 miles an hour when I get going talking. So it's nice to just play that tone to bring myself to a nice. And it feels lovely. It's a beautiful, beautiful fork. It's a beautiful tone. I could say can be used even if you're not feeling like you need any help, just to have and just put around about yourself. But definitely during meditation, yeah.
Okay. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a transcript of our chat today and I'll put it in the show notes for people to refer back to. So for people who don't have their own solfeggio frequency forks yet, can they just go on YouTube and go, oh, I need a bit of 174 because my knee's hurting. Can they just go and listen to Solfeggio Frequencies on YouTube and it will still help bring about the healing?
Yeah. You get the one aspect of sound healing, which is to help the brainwaves move over. So when the brainwaves move over to theta healing, that healing can still take place within the body. Obviously, I always recommend to try and have the instrument, but it's just as beneficial to listen to them, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm going to speak to you about which brand you use, and I'm going to get myself a set of solfeggio forks. I think
I've passed on that addiction.
100%.
I'll get another instrument and another.
Exactly. All right, guys. So I'm going to leave it there for this episode, and then we'll come back in a couple of weeks and we'll do a second episode with the remaining, because there's 10 solfeggio frequencies, aren't there? Some people say 9 and some people say 10.
I know they say 9 and 10. I'm going to always add that extra one in there. I think they can trace the 9 back, and the 10th was more recently, but there are 10.
Which is the 10th one that's been added?
It tends to be the 432 that was skipped out of quite a lot of them. I think that was classed as a tone within itself because it's the Om, the vibrational universe. The other 9 are the solfeggio, but the 432, I group that in, to be honest, because I'm not going to miss that tone out. It is an ancient tone, but that's the reason it's not classed as the 10. But I sometimes say 9, sometimes say 10, but it's that 432.
And actually, the other day I was doing some research into angels, and it came back that 999 is the angelic frequency, but I don't see that one on our list.
Yeah, the higher the frequencies, the higher up the frequencies you go, it's angelic healing and connecting with light and spirit. When you hit the higher frequencies, the tiny, tiny forks, they tend to be very, very small, the angel forks.
Ah.
They're always very, very small, very high-pitched. 2048.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, so it's really high-pitched. You can barely hear that one. It's one that you would more feel than hear because the pitch goes so high. But I use that to cleanse crystals it's amazing. An angel one.
So, Kim, where can people find you if they want to come and get a sound healing from you, which I had sound healings from Kim 2 weeks ago, and I still honestly feel like I'm still better than I was.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, no, 100%. So, obviously, find you on the internet. What's your website?
The website is just my name. It is kimhanlon.co.uk.
.co.uk.
Yeah, .com couldn't get. So if they go on there, I have a list of all of the events and workshops. I have quite a few training events coming up. I am teaching people how to become sound healing practitioners. So that's really exciting. I have a few classes. Do
people train online, or do they have to come up to Glasgow?
I am adapting for online. I am recording some videos. I always think it's better to be in person, but it can be done online. Yeah. So I'm in the process of getting that ready to launch. My in-person training.
I want to do it online. I can't be coming up to Glasgow every weekend.
Here's me one you can back to the campuses too.
I know, it was so beautiful, but it's not realistic because it's about 10 weeks, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a 10-week course. It goes on for 10 weeks, and during that time, you learn about how to do group sound baths, private sound healing sessions, how to clear the chakras using sound, how to work on the reflex points, acupressure points, using weighted tuning forks. So yes, I'm really excited about it. I've put together.
Sign me up. I'll be there.
Yeah, as soon as I have the dates and all the equipment, all the videos ready, you'll be the first to know.
And let me help you get it all together. All right, guys. So this is the amazing Kim Hanlon. She's on Facebook. She's on Instagram. She's an amazing sound healer, and we'll be back in a couple of weeks with part 2 of Solfeggio Frequencies. But in the meantime, I hope you enjoy it, and make sure you hop on YouTube and get some healing. I actually play the Solfeggio Frequencies off YouTube all the time, just when I'm cooking, when I'm going to sleep, whatever. I find them amazing, but it is true that being in the room is even more powerful. So if you can get up to Scotland for a sound healing course, if you live in sort of somewhere, you can get there. But it's a 10-week course, isn't it? So you have to keep going.
Yeah. Because you want to go on your own journey. During that time.
Scottish people at this point, we need to open it up to the world.
Yeah.
Maybe a 1-week intensive in the future. Who knows? Something already.
Yeah, definitely something I can think about.
Yeah. All right, Kim. I'm just going to end the recording now. Lots of everybody. I hope you've enjoyed this week's Mainly Moonology podcast. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, give us a review, and we'll be eternally grateful. We publish the podcast every Monday, 4 p.m. UK time, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern, and I'm afraid to say it's silly o'clock in Australia, but it will be there when you wake up on a Tuesday morning. Have a great week.